triple threat at Mania, a fatal four-way at Mania, and Paul Heyman now owes Seth Rollins a favour. Let's get into Raw. After a short recap of last week's incredible Women's Championship match, we had Adam Pearce come down to the ring with a fresh contract for WrestleMania. Then we had Sky, Ripley and Belair. They came down to the ring as well. Pearce then said that after last week's poor performance from the three involved, that he had it wrong with him thinking that the three of them could handle it like adults. Obviously, this got a good response from the crowd, but Belair, Ripley and Sky, they all look like, oh, it wasn't me. They look like a bunch of naughty children. It just looks so funny. But then we had it confirmed that at Mania, it will be a triple threat for the Women's Championship. Obviously with this, Belair, she got all whiny and saying that she watched her two best friends fight and she couldn't do anything because she was locked in the chamber, but then she still went on and won the chamber to get this shot at the title. Belair mentioned how it always seems that Ripley can do what she wants, say what she wants, and then gets what she wants. She signed the contract and said she doesn't care if Ripley is there or not, she will beat the pair of them and walk out of Mania as the champion. Ripley then signed the contract and threw it back to Belair, which then started those two to get in each other's faces. Sky tried to calm him down, but as usual, they shoved Sky out of the way, who then took it upon herself to take them both out with a flying dropkick. Sky signed the contract and left the ring with the belt. I am actually happy to see that this segment was only for about 5 or so minutes, which is a fantastic amount for these type of signings. Over the last couple of weeks, we've had the same thing. Three of them in the ring, they talk, get in each other's faces, they shove Io out the way. And it gets repetitive and boring. We then also got confirmation that the Intercontinental Championship at Mania will be a fatal four-way. Penta, Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, and Bron Breakker. We then rolled into our first match of the show, folks, and it was Bayley taking on the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria. As nearly every match these two are in, the match was very solid and very entertaining. We got a few near falls by the both of them, and we actually got a brilliantly executed Irish swing from Valkyria. Bayley was all twisted up like a pretzel. It looked awesome. Bayley went for the rose plant, but Valkyria rolled her up for the surprise 1-2-3. Great match, awesome opening to Raw, match rating 4.1 out of 5. Now our second match of the evening was my favourite match of the entire show. It was just spectacular. It was a 6-man tag consisting of the LWO against American Made, but with Grande Americano instead of Chad Gable. Yes, we know it's you, Chad. We got a great fast-paced match with some great tag moves and very high-flying luchador action. American Made took control halfway through and pulled off 3 superplexes in each corner, which looked incredible from the Wile E. Coyote cam. It then slowed down a little bit so everyone get a breather, but then we got a great hot tag from both sides. We had Grande Americano put a metal plate in his mask and he actually got the win as he did a diving headbutt onto Dragon Lee and he got the win. This match was my match of the night. It was the highlight of the evening and the rating for this is a very, very high 4.7 out of 5. Moving into the middle segment of the show, we had a recap of Gunther destroying Jimmy Uso last week as his brother Jay looked on as he was zip-tied to the ropes. Gunther made his way to the ring then and he was all smiles. Jey Uso's music hit and he appeared at the top of the crowd. The crowd was going absolutely insane, and this just shows that Jay is so over with the crowds, I don't see where all this internet hate is coming from. As Jay made his way down the steps, he didn't even yeet with anyone. But we did get a quick glimpse of Gunther in the ring and... was this guy yeeting a little bit? Who knows? All I saw was Gunther smiling and doing a little jig in the ring. Jay got inside and he straight away just slapped the mic out of Gunther's hand. Gunther just looked at him and laughed. But then Jay just jumped straight into it. He asked Gunther if he has a mother, and if he does, what do they talk about? Do they talk about the family? Do they talk about the kids, the grandkids? Jay then said he had to tell his mother that Jimmy is in hospital because he got attacked by Gunther. With this promo, Jay got really deep. He said that he's afraid of Gunther, and that is exactly what he told his own mother, that he was scared of him because that's why he couldn't protect his brother. But now that Gunther has brought it against his family, Jay's angry, he's pissed off, and he's not afraid of Gunther anymore. This promo was great, and it's finally showing us the side of Jay that everyone has wanted since he won the Rumble. Gunther was just stood there and he looked shook, and you could just see it. This has completely changed the trajectory now of WrestleMania 41. I think we are going to see a great match between these two, and we have one more Raw before WrestleMania 41. Next up on the show was the Tag Team Championship match between contenders The New Day against the Tag Champions The War Raiders. Before the match started, we had Rey Mysterio asking for a match against Grande Americano at WrestleMania. Adam Pearce just looked at Rey and said, "It's done." Back to the ring, we kicked off the Tag Team Championship match. We got the start of a great tag match, folks. Both sides got in some offense, but the Raiders took control and dominated the match. The New Day, Woods and Kofi were getting blasted, and it actually looked like the Raiders had the win in the bag, but Woods jumped outside, got a steel chair, jumped back in the ring with it. Ivar and Woods then started fighting over the chair, with Ivar winning the battle, but he slammed it into the guts of Woods, which the referee saw, and the Raiders were DQ'd. The belt stayed with the Raiders, but this wasn't the end. The New Day got a set of chairs and just started wasting the Raiders with them. They slammed one chair into Ivar's back and then started choking Eric with the other chair. Kofi went to the top rope to jump on Eric's head with the chair, but thank God security jumped in and stopped it. The way this match ended, and we're only 11 days out from Mania, I think we can see these either fighting next week on the penultimate Raw for Mania, or Mania itself, as there are a number of slots available that need filling for those shows. But due to the DQ, no match rating. After the tag match, we saw a phenomenal promo video of Cody Rhodes, and I must say, this is up there with the best of them. It's still not on the level of the Austin Rock My Way promo video from WrestleMania 17, but let's face it, no promo will ever top that. Ever. Our next and final match of the show is Penta against good old Dirty Dom Mysterio. We started out fast with both getting an offense and some defense with a few high spots. To me, Dom is only getting better and better with each time he wrestles, and I can seriously see him getting a big push probably in the next coming 2 years or so. Dom hit a Mexican brainbuster on Penta, followed up with a frog splash for a 2 count. Penta then took control of the match, and we got some great little back and forth between the two. But overall though, Penta got the Penta driver and he got the win. Match rating for me, 4.3 out of 5. This was a great match, but sadly it was actually over quite quickly. Carlito jumped in and attacked Penta, but then Bron Breakker ran to the ring and took out Carlito with a beast of a spear, which you just gotta see it to believe it. Like a speeding train just eviscerated a person. It was incredible. In the ring, Breakker took out Dom with a spear, and then he took out Penta with a spear. As Breakker was looking on in the crowd and he was waving his belt about, Balor appeared and took out Breakker. It was carnage in the ring, and Balor just stood tall with the belt over everyone. I do think the match at Mania is going to be incredible, and more than likely, one of the matches of the event. Next, we rolled into the main segment of the show, and Mr. Paul Heyman made his way to the ring. He told everyone that he will always be loyal to Roman Reigns, and that he will always be loyal to his best friend CM Punk, but he won't be disloyal to any one of them. With this, Seth Rollins then came out to cause trouble. We actually got a great line from Michael Cole here saying that Rollins looked like he was in the bathrobe. Rollins asked then, which side is he on? Best friend or tribal chief? After this, he attacked Reigns, saying that he doesn't care about Heyman, and he's used him from everything, from booking his flights to making his steak. He brought up last year and how after Reigns lost at Mania, he left Heyman to get attacked by Solo Sikoa and the remaining bloodline. Then Rollins also brought up that Punk wasn't even there to save him for that. But then Punk left 10 years ago and he never took Heyman with him. Rollins is planting all these seeds and is absolutely amazing. We also found out that Heyman never actually asked Punk first to be part of War Games, and it was in fact Seth Rollins who was the first pick. But he turned him down, and we know how that went. Rollins then suggested he will take out Heyman and he will be out of the equation and that there's no one near to save him. He shoved Heyman, he slapped him, but Heyman then grabbed him and said, "Don't you ever put your hands on me again." Obviously, Rollins tried to grab him then, but Punk ran out and him and Rollins just brawled all over the place. It actually finished with Rollins stomping Punk in the ring. As Heyman was checking on Punk, Rollins was going to stomp him. He ran over, jumped up, but missed. He grabbed the microphone, looked Heyman dead in the eyes and said, "Now you owe me a favor." Great show, great matches, and no filler. Show rating 8.9 out of 10. Moving into the penultimate week of WrestleMania, we got a train going at full speed for the Raw brand and potentially some great WrestleMania moments. Like and subscribe, folks, and we'll see you Saturday for Friday Night SmackDown.